Everyone's got a disaster predictor in their life. And whether you can identify them now or you don't realise these people, everyone has a disaster predictor. Everyone has a, oh, you can't do that because, oh, you shouldn't do that. What will happen? Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. Baby, it could be you. You could be the disaster. But if you don't have a disaster predictor, chances are, sweetheart, baby girl, angel cakes, you are them. And so we're going to pack that shit up straight away. There will always be people in your life that are going to tell you that you can't. There is always going to be somebody who's like, that looks scary on Friday. I wouldn't do that. Just come sit by me. It's like, do you remember the labyrinth? Do you remember the old woman was like, no, sit here, be sensible. No, don't go outside. It's dangerous. Come here. It's comfortable and familiar. That's that. Remember what Sarah did? Sarah's like, no. Is that name Sarah? Her name was, I've completely forgotten now. I love that film. How have I forgotten her name? Okay. And then she's like, no, that is a metaphor for that kind of behaviour. Like, a comfort zone is not comfortable. It's designed to make you feel comfy and warm and safe, but girl, it will drown you. There will always be somebody in your life, even if that's up here, telling you can't, you're not capable, it's too frightening. And if it's someone else, and it isn't you, if it's you, firstly, we'll talk about that. But if it's somebody else, do you know what they're really saying? They're saying they can't. They're not telling you that you can't. They're saying, I am too afraid of that. And as a result, I am going to put that on you because it feels more comfortable if I make everybody else afraid of something that I'm afraid of. It feels more normal to me to spread the fear instead of pushing belief out. This is why I am here. This is why I'm doing this. Because I want you to know how much I believe in you. I want you to take my belief in you and put down all the negativity and just go, yeah, okay. Because the disaster predictors are always going to be there. There's always going to be someone's like, can you do that? No, like, that seems so awkward. Like, I would never do that. Kelly Giardi, I hope I pronounced her name correctly. If you don't watch her on Instagram, please do. She's Space Barbie. I have the biggest crush on her. She's a beautiful woman. She's a mother of a young girl. She's a wife. She is an astronaut. And she is currently going through IVF right now. She is currently going through IVF in order to, and I think she's got literally this month before, like, it closed her window to get pregnant before her next space mission in 2026. She is like kick-ass. Like, she's incredible. And there are still people going, yeah, but like, that's really difficult. They're sat at home watching YouTube, watching Instagram, watching Netflix, achieving nothing, telling a mother-loving astronaut what she can't do. She won't get pregnant. It's all could do with space. She's a bad mum for being an astronaut. She's a bad wife for being an astronaut. These disaster predictors are literally trying to drag her down. Do you know the crab analogy? I'm going to tell you, it's my favourite. I've got a lot of them, and they're all animal-based as well. If you put a load of crabs in a boiling pan to cook them, they will drag each other down. Crab mentality is the biggest disaster predictor. Instead of just lifting each other up and figuring out that actually if we all work together, we can get the hell out of here safely, we can use our crab claws and pull each other up. And no. They will pull, if one tries to climb this, they will pull that other crab down. There is always going to be a crab in your life. There is always going to be somebody who wants to pull you back down. Do you know what I saw recently? I went to Disneyland in America. It was incredible. It was the greatest few days of my life. And I mean that without reservation. You know, I had kids, but it was painful and I was sore. This was just for me. As a single woman who is a season of her life where she's alone quite a lot, I was able to go and do that and have this wonderful experience. And people were like, oh my God, that seems so scary. And I could never do that. And I was like, okay, well, I did. I'm gonna. I don't know how you do that. It's so scary. I'm like, no, I'm in countries where I speak my own language. I'm not going to Tokyo or trying to scare myself and speak, and I'm going to do that too, speak another language. I'm going to a place where we all speak the same language, where I can read the words, where people will help, and I can ask human beings for things that I don't understand. So firstly, people were like, oh God, like, wow, you're doing that. I was like, yeah. Secondly, do you know what I heard a lot? People saying how scared they were. In the happiest place on earth. On the rides, at the experiences. Oh no, I saw a grown woman come out of the haunted mansion because it was too scary. Now, it's my favourite ride in the world. You should know that about me. Grim and Ghost, I can't remember the word now. The Ghost that Socialised. It's one of my happiest, like, Disney themed songs. I just love Ghoulish Ghosts come out to Socialise. There we go. Grinning Ghosts. Grinning. That one. Grim Grinning Ghosts. See, we got that. I've edited it out. I can't do that anymore. It's a quintessential Disney ride. It's absolutely fantastic. It is so clever. I love the ride. The music's brilliant. They have a haunted mansion, Jack Skellington overlay through winter. Oh my God, my cat is on the standing hoover behind the telly. That is going to end poorly. Why would you choose that for yourself? Little one! No! Oh my. Okay, we're just going to... She's balanced on like that. Okay, cool. There's been a Disney film about it. Like, there's been several. There's been a Muppets one. There's been an Eddie Murphy one. There's been 3, I think. And yet this woman was still inside the ride, vocalising her fear to children. Oh, it's too scary. No, we should go. It's too frightening. I was like, girl, we're in Disney. Nothing is scary. Apart from maybe that 90s weird Stitch thing at Disney World. That was the whole thing. But, you know, if you're not a Disney person, you understand that. And I was like, you are in the happiest place. Literally, it's called the happiest place on earth. In one of a ride that's like 60 years old in Disneyland. Girl, you're not at Universal Studios. You're not at like a horror house. And yet but she wasn't just comfortable being negative herself. She wanted to make everyone else. She was making such a noise about the fear. And she would rather leave something, walk away from it, potentially other people, rob other people of the experience because of her fear level. Like a ride. Girl, nothing scary is happening in Disneyland. And that will be always people in your life. And if that's you, why? What is so scary? If you are the disaster predictor, if you are the, stop telling other people what your fear limitations are and stop telling yourself, like, what's the worst that can happen? My favourite phrase is, but will you die? Like, oh, I don't want to post on social media, but will you die? Oh, I don't know how to make a CapCut video, but will you die? I don't want to make a YouTube channel, oh, but you die? I don't want to learn to do that, will you die? Oh, I couldn't do that. You can. Spoiler alert, you can do anything. Absolutely anything. You can lose weight if you want to. Your gravitational pull of the earth doesn't define you. But you can get healthy. You can run a marathon. You can start to learn a language. You can learn coding. You can travel by yourself. You can get an aeroplane all on your own. Nothing is going to happen. And some things may happen. That's also a thing. But we could sit in our own, at home, by ourselves for the next 40 years, girls, and we're still going to die. Still going to die. I could never leave this house forever. And I will still die eventually. So why would I not go after? Like, the disaster's coming one day. It's nothing I can do about it. And I might go peace dead, I might know not. So why in the hell am I spending the rest of my time on this earth worrying about the one thing that's going to be the end of it? Or potentially not the end of it, just something that scares me. Why are we so desperate to run towards the end of our lives without fear? Oh, I was never scared. I never did anything, but what the hell is that shit? No, absolutely not. So if you have people around you that are your disaster predictors and need you just to protect your mindset, push them away mentally, make the decision that doing something for you. Because let me tell you, achievement is so much greater than avoidance of fear. Doing something for yourself, doing that thing you didn't think you'd do, going that place, learning that language. There's cats everywhere. I'm so sorry. They are mine. They're going to come. Someone's walking around now. I can see it coming. Doing something for you and the sense of achievement that you will find from that is so greater than that protection you put on yourself because you were afraid. Fear of what? Looking stupid, being cringe, showing up on the internet. Girl, people think I'm awful just for existing. People I'm related to think I'm awful. People don't like me very much. And not because I'm cruel or mean or selfish, because I just show up as I am. And it really irks people. It jars them that I am able to just like, ta-da! That was a noise. So please, put your bunker down. Step out the front door. Stop worrying that something bad is going to happen. Please, for the love of God, get on with it this year. We don't need goals. We just need mindset. Okay? You've got this. I believe in you. I've been Katie. I've been weird. You've been you. You've been amazing. Do not forget to grab my free self-love help guide in the link. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, besties.